whatever lead you have in your hand is the perfect lead.
Yeah.
That is the perfect lead. And you have to believe that with every ounce of you, or start to work towards believing that everybody needs this. Everybody is an opportunity to talk. Because you might be in a position where you can afford 50 B leads, whatever we want to call them, aged leads, whatever it is. You may be in a position where you can afford 50. There's $5,000 in there or more. I mean, there's $7,000 to $8,000. You have to believe it, because if your attitude is not right and you're questioning the lead, you're cutting that down to $700.
You said something very important there. Do you ever notice, Chris, that top producers never blame the lead? They never blame the lead.
Yeah.
Because they realize it doesn't matter.
No, guys, like I wrote $5,000 off of signs that I put on light posts. Like, come on. Like, there's need out there.
Chris stood by the light post and he had a sign that says life insurance here.
I'm going to hire a
And he stood there with an app pad and people just pulled up and it was like Chick-fil-A.
I should have done that.
It's like Chick-fil-A. He just kept walking down the line and said, I can get this done. I need your authorization.
I think you had a Sharpie handwriting, cheap barrel insurance with a burner phone number that went to your phone.
Sold $5,000 with it.
$5,000.
There's need everywhere.
My first 2 weeks in the business were off of 2-year-old aged leads that said something about supplement the government benefit of $255.
And a foot massage.
It was a pink lead card. Said nothing about life insurance, and it was 6 counties away. They were 2 years old, and when I got there, I realized every one of them were P.O. Box leads. They didn't even have an address. Did not even have an address. Now, this is my first 2 weeks. And now, granted, I had done sales most of my life, but I'd never done life insurance sales.
But what was your attitude about it?
My attitude was, I'm going to find the people in here who need life insurance because I just want reps.
It's about the need and not the lead.
I just want to sit with people and have a conversation about this and figure out how to level up my skill. I wrote $2,800 the first week. I wrote $2,300 the second week. I wrote $5,100 on 58 2-year-old age leads with P.O. Box. There's $5,200 in there. You said the number.
Yeah.
So it's your approach. It's your approach.
It is your attitude. And if you take anything away from this, we're talking about a lot of dials, like these little tweaks, these little dials on finding the right amount. But if you do not believe that the lead in your hand, the 83-year-old squiggly handwriting, is not the best lead, the best perfect lead that you're supposed to work, then you are cutting your AP in half.
Absolutely. So to understand that the better you are, the more you invest in yourself, the skill set, the lead doesn't matter. It becomes about the need. But sometimes, Chris, like as a brand new agent, when you haven't had the time to invest in your skill set yet, you're just getting rolling. Would you say it helps to have a more qualified lead as a brand new agent?
And this is
tricky.
very
it's
touchy
like a fine
for me.
line.
It is a fine line.
For me too.
Yes, more qualified.
What does that mean?
It's a touchy subject, because what is, like, are we producing quickly? Are we mastering our craft? Are we trying to fail as fast as we can? Are we trying to get enough production to get on a consistent lead order? I'll tell you what, I throw my hands up in the air.
Do your hands up.
I throw my hands up on it, because if it's quantity can get you far. Like quantity on a less qualified lead can get you a lot of conversations as a new agent.
100%.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, and I want to make sure you're not assuming parameters, right? So when we talk about some quality of leads out there, there's a lot of things that, and I know we particularly have a certain quality that we recommend, and that what we do. And so looking at that, we want to be able to have as much quantity with the right people.
Right.
So a lot of quality to me is referring to seeing the market we want to serve. So it's the age groups, it's the income range, it's the areas of the people needing to be served. And
so I will say this: if it's a lead that says, get dental insurance, and they're, for seniors, free dental insurance for seniors, and I knock on the door and say, hey, you requested information about the final expense programs. And they're like, what are you talking about? Right here. And I pull it away real quick so they can't see it.
The magic trick.
Turn my back slightly or hold it really far. Scribbled out, right, final expense. Like those aren't
with a Sharpie.
Those are quantity that I'm really not interested in. That's the quantity.
That's a bait and switch type lead.
Yeah. Is it talking about final expenses? I mean, if you're getting started and you need to start with something just to get in front of people, then is it something that says, there's a government supplement? Is that, I'm not crazy about it, but it's the start.
Yeah, well,
there's
not it doesn't say, they never say it's a government supplement. It says supplement your government benefit of $255 because that's what seniors get when one spouse passes away. Now they have to be living together. The other one gets $255 when your spouse passes away. Social Security benefit.
Does it get you in the game?
Yeah, so they can supplement that with a burial benefit that's now available in their state. So that's a lead that you can work. It's vague, but it can work.
Let me ask you guys this.
I've worked them, and so I wrote a lot of business off them.
Do you think
the need was still there?
Your process, whatever the process that you do, your technique, what you're trained, do you think that plays a role in your leads at all?
Yes, 100%. I mean, that is what separates high producers from people who are out of the business. I mean, along with their attitude and their work ethic is, do they have a consistent process that they can go back to and measure where their success came from, and if you don't know what you're aiming at. You're just throwing spaghetti at the wall. That's it. I don't know why you do that, but that's a thing people say, I think, throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah, I think, and I'm a huge believer in that. I know that was something early on that I really implement. I'm a process dude. I'm a stick to the script type of guy, and in coming up with and really mastering that door knock script, it gave me that confidence to, no matter what lead you gave me, I don't care if it was a blank lead that I'm going up to a random door, as I alluded to earlier, or if it's, a lead with Miss Betty's name on it. Going through that process allows me to understand and expect what their body language is going to be, what their actions, what some objections I can get to allow me to get through those. And if you guys are looking to that, because no matter what the lead is, following that process is going to allow you to get into more homes and close more sales. We have an excellent podcast. I think it's podcast number 10. Don't quote me on that.
To me, it's a magic
number
trick
10.
when you can say the podcast and the number that's attached to it.
Absolutely.
Like to know it off the top of your head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's podcast
amazed.
number 10. It's called Mastering the Door Knock. And it doesn't matter what type of lead, what quality of lead you want to, like you said earlier, Chris, you're treating that lead with the utmost respect, and every single time, and following that process and doing the same thing allows you to make those adjustments and learn.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. For the full episode, click the link in the description, or you can search Life Insurance Academy wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can subscribe now, and for the next video, click one of these. It's your choice. You get to choose. It's a choice. We'll see you in the next video.